Okay, what we're going to talk about right now is the BS about we can't have Antifa declared a terrorist organization because they're an organization that doesn't really exist. I'm going to start you off with a quote here. We are not an organization with a set leadership or command structure. Instead, we are a movement who coordinates with other organizations for a common goal. Close quote. That has nothing. That is not a person from Antifa. That is a quote from cop killer Atisha Shakur about the Black Liberation Army. And you can take this quote and you can apply it because it's in their information, their manifestos. How can you have a manifesto if you're not an organization? Okay, but it's in it. You'll find it somewhere in their propaganda, and all these 60s counterculture groups and 70s counterculture groups are like that. The Black Liberation Army, the Symbionese Liberation Army, MOVE, the Weather Underground, all these so-called they're left-wing socialist Marxist movements. And what's Antifa? A left-wing Marxist movement. So these organizations they claimed they really didn't exist, but they did. That argument didn't work in the 60s and the 70s, and it doesn't work today. The only difference in that is that Antifa is really pushing it. And Antifa exists. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And we have an attorney general and a director of the FBI who's already tracking down where the money's coming from. They caught this one, I think he's a British billionaire who's been dumping money into it. We now know that the Ford Foundation, there's a high likelihood that the Ford Foundation and the Kellogg Foundation, who are run by the descendants of the founders of those companies and are funded by those companies. So I recommend you don't buy a Ford. I didn't because of this. You don't buy Kellogg's cereal because you're indirectly, I don't like boycotts, but when you're indirectly funding domestic terrorism, that's not a boycott. That's just doing what you should be doing. You shouldn't be funding it, even if it's pennies of what from what you purchased. It's still, you know where it's going to, and it's got to be stopped. So you're going to be seeing a lot of people in these charitable organizations. Soros is the big one, but these other ones are big. This guy in the UK, this philanthropist in the UK, has pumped $500 billion into left-wing Marxist organizations. So, think before you buy. Stay safe, God bless, and hang loose.